I'm in Virginia right now. I just completed a 9-month-long pilgrimage around the world. I studied in mystery schools, I studied with shamans, I took every plant medicine known to man. I followed the Pilgrimage of Mary Magdalene with an understanding of how to solve one problem. And that problem is, why was everybody's breath freezing? At the end of practice, right around COVID, I witnessed that almost everyone couldn't breathe through one nose. And I do cranial work and I do chiropractic, and I could feel how their tissues had frozen, how the skull had frozen and twisted. And I witnessed as that was happening that it was contracting the skull, and with it, the ability to breathe through the nose. That contraction was extending, twisting through the fascia. The loss of taste and smell that people got was due to this twist in the fascia. I witnessed that that twist spiraled down and twisted through the chest and the diaphragm. And that on a collective level, no one could breathe anymore. And as we couldn't breathe, because breath is life, we were disconnected from source. And we fell away from the simple knowing of what God, nature, life, love is, into our survival bodies. From a medical standpoint, what happens when we contract is our vagus nerve doesn't work, which runs our parasympathetic system. Our parasympathetic system is our ability to relax. Our ability to be part of nature without wanting to dominate it or be afraid of it. And when that contracts and we can't breathe, we go into our fight or flight body. We are contracted, we are disconnected. We're disconnected with other people and we're disconnected with source. We're disconnected with nature. And because we are nature, because we are source, the expression of that nature through us cannot function and we become ill.
So I got the vaccines, I think it was 2 years ago, and I was like in Israel and I had to work to make a living, and I got really sick for 4 days. I had to get 2 doses of it, and it happened 2 times. I got sick right after it, and I had a lot of like muscle pain in the following month. And then actually it was that time that my jaw started to hurt. I had really strong jaw pain. I went to a lot of doctors. I couldn't eat or talk for like 2 months, because my jaw was so intense. It's a really big pain, and it's all muscle pain. It's like really swollen all the time and infected. Yeah, I feel a lot of soreness and just like it feels wrong. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like my spirit is not sitting right in my physical body.
One of the gifts that I was given was that I can feel what people feel. I can feel the twist. I can literally energetically go into it. I feel the frequency of that twist. I feel the pain, the suffering, the contraction, the greed, the fear, all of it. And when I touch people with 2 hands, my body gets sucked into their body. I can help that part of their body breathe and relax, and I can open the fascia, and I can help life pour into it. But if people don't want to connect with life energy source, God, then they're going to go back into a state of contraction. And around COVID, what I was feeling was making me so ill that I could only touch 1 or 2 people a day before I would be so sick I couldn't function. And so that's why I went on this pilgrimage, was to find out what was making people sick and how can I open them up without killing myself. And I want to share this story. It's an unfolding story, but I believe the search for source is the Holy Grail. It is the search for connection. It is the search for knowledge of life. It is the search for God. And one thing that we never talk about is that our body is the temple. Your skull, the shape of it, the ability of your cerebral spinal fluid to work and to breathe through your nose is life. It is God. And when we twist, we become disconnected with it. And I have been on a journey to try to figure out in my own way how to release this twist from being in my own life and helping others.
A new reality.
Full new programming.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so I'm going to attempt my best to tell the story of what I learned about what is happening in the skull, what is happening in the breath, what is happening to the diaphragm. And my absolute mission in life is to share the message of how to free your breath. I believe that healing, I believe that consciousness, I believe that everlasting knowledge of life comes from an open breath. I'm going to start this story with leaving and checking into a mystery school. So on the next episode, you're going to hear some of the knowledge that I had learned about using various sounds and frequencies to open this twist. And I learned that by singing into people, by using sounds into people with physical manipulation, that miracles occur. And so that's going to start on the next episode.
Well, the purpose of the training is to empower people to use sound to connect with multidimensional energy, connect with healing energy, so that they can become more of themselves and let go of things that aren't them.
What I felt the day of the ceremony was this intense, like, burning sensation in my back. And it had this, like, black mass. It was incredible. Within just, like, 1 minute of Steffi, Joanna, and Thomas singing into various parts of my body, I first started to shake, and then I think I started to cry, and then I started to laugh. It was just such a release, and it's hard to put words on exactly what was happening, but I could really feel that black mass was like moving out of my body in various ways, through the tears, through my sounds, through sweat, like, and through shaking. It was really intense and really beautiful at the same time.